Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is actually an exciting day because I have a job interview. I mentioned it on my Instagram and so many of you guys have wished me good luck, so I'm really appreciative about that. And today I just wanted to tell you guys what sort of things that I do to prepare for my interview, just general interview tips, so I thought I'd make a specific video. I don't know if I'm the most qualified person to say this, considering I haven't been hired to a job before yet as a nurse. I've been obviously hired to other jobs before, but this is just what I'm doing today, and I just sort of wanted to vlog a little bit of today as well because it is pretty exciting for me to actually have a first interview as a nurse in a nurse position. So without further ado, this is the sort of things that I am doing to prepare. So the first thing is that I actually printed out copies of my resume. So I printed out more than one just in case there's more than one interviewer or more than one person from more than one floor. If you know there's going to be more than one floor at your interview, I suggest bringing a lot of copies just to be able to hand them out. Sometimes people that are hiring like to have that just quickly to look at while they're talking to you. Sorts of things that I put on my resume is obviously my contact information, any certifications I have or you might have, so BLS. In nursing school we pretty much all have to have our BLS, so knowing that we can do CPR, stuff like that, any sort of special, if you've done PALS, if you've done ACLS, put all of that down so people can see your certifications. Education, I have my two little blurbs about high school and how I graduated in high school, and then I put my that I'm in Dean's List of nursing, what level I'm in. I also included that I'm a Sigma Theta Tau member, so if you're a part of any sort of honor society, anything like that at your university or college, go ahead and put that down as well. I'm the class ambassador for my class as well, so that is also in my resume. I have past work experience, even if it's not exactly relevant. I've put down a couple of my jobs before, such as I've worked at a boutique, so I put down that I have computer experience and customer service experience, and I put how long I've worked there, as well as an anatomy and physiology tutor and teaching assistant for all of the nursing courses. I was also a lab TA for anatomy, so all of that is on here because it's relevant to my nursing career. I have communication, so being outgoing, receptive, honest, friendly, any of those sort of things. I think they're called soft skills or something like that, where it's a skill you have but it's a personality trait. And then I have leadership on here, so I was vice president of a couple honor societies in high school. I was a university ambassador, and then of course my class ambassador is also on here. And then any experience you may have, so as some of you may know, I worked as a nurse tech in the emergency room for 6 months, so that is on my resume, as well as I was a Red Cross volunteer my freshman year, so that is something that I did, and those are all on my resume. So that's what I'm bringing with me today. So that's about the resume. Another thing that I have is questions to ask the hiring manager. Usually hiring managers have questions that they ask you, but at the end they usually say, hey, do you have any questions you would like to ask us? And so I have a list of those things just in case they ask me. So basically if they're looking for part-time, full-time, if they want you to work weekends, nights, hours, that sort of thing, so that you guys are both on the same page. You don't ever want to just give in to hours or something that you're not planning on doing, because you want to be responsible and be able to come in for the amount of time that you said you were. So that's something that's really important to keep in mind as you go into an interview, is what sort of things are you willing to compromise on and what things are important to you. For me, I'm still a student, so it's important that I have my some free time, so that's why I'm asking for part-time or a PRN nurse position. However, if there is full-time, I will let them know that I'll think about it and really weigh my options. One of the last things I'm bringing is a thank you card for the hiring manager. It's really pretty, actually. I'll show you. Looks like this. It's gold. I don't know. You see that. But it's pretty, and I just wrote basically thank you for the opportunity, for your time, for everyone else's time. I just really appreciate the opportunity, and it's just a nice way to thank them for helping you and for being a part of this special step in your life. So those are pretty much the things that I'm bringing with me. Other things that I recommend to bring with you if you want a special job like an ICU job, get your ICU clinical instructor to write you a recommendation letter or something like that. You could also bring cover letters. You can bring your clinical instructors, like at the end of the semester they give you like a graded sheet. You could bring that if you have positive comments on them from previous semesters. So yeah, just look your best, be yourself. I think those are all things that are really important. Try not to be too nervous because what's meant for you, literally no one can take away. So just be yourself, and I think you should be good. And that's what I'm telling myself today. So I hope that works. And just really quickly, I wanted to show you guys what I'm wearing. Let me just take this. I'm wearing this shirt that I got from, I think, Forever 21, or like, I don't know, probably somewhere like that. And then I'm just wearing it with some black slacks. I think these are from Macy's or Belk. And then with these nude pumps. So, looks like this. And then I'm just bringing my stuff, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'll vlog a little bit on my way there and a little bit afterwards. Tell you guys what questions they asked me and just be able to share a little bit more about my experience with you guys. So thank you guys for watching so far, and stay tuned for the after interview. Made it to the hospital. I'm right next to this beautiful tree that will give me terrible allergies tomorrow, and I'm excited and ready to get this show on the road. I'm really nervous. Wish me luck. So I'm back from my interview, and I just wanted to say I think it went well, but they have a couple other people to interview for the position, so I'm not so sure yet what's going to happen, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted on my Instagram. If you don't follow it, it's at AyleensAnatomy. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes, but I think it went well. They asked me a lot of questions, actually. I was kind of surprised. It was like the most questions I think I've been asked in an interview. But they asked me, okay, so on my resume I had that I worked at a boutique, and I had that I also worked at the emergency room at a different hospital, and they asked me sort of like what were the differences between my jobs, like what's something that, like a obstacle I had to overcome once I was working in the hospital versus customer service. They asked me sort of what my ideal work team is, like your coworkers, like what ideal situation, what character traits would they have that would make you feel the most comfortable and confident with working there. They asked me if they were to talk to my old manager, like what would the manager have to say about me. So that was kind of interesting. They asked me why I wanted to work in that particular unit, or why I liked Mother Baby, which I've answered in my Q&A video, which is the video before this video on my channel. So yeah, they asked me that, and they asked me to come in and shadow on night shift because the job I'm applying for is a night shift position. So I'm gonna go in later this week to shadow the night shift nurses and see like what they do. And it also gives the night shift nurses an opportunity to tell the managers how they feel about us being there as like new grads or new hires. So I'm shadowing later this week, and they have a couple other people to interview, like I said, but they said that they would let me know in about a week or so, a week or two or so. And there was like 5 different managers from different units there, from like L&D, NICU, because they do cross train. So it was an exciting time, and I hope I get the job, but also I'm making sure to keep my options open and taking in my resume into a couple other locations that I could be interested in. So I'm keeping my options open, and so are they. So we'll just see if I'm the fit for the job, and yeah, I just gotta pray and ask God to direct me into the direction He wants me to go. So yeah, I think that's it for this vlog and video. Thank you for watching if you did watch all the way through, and make sure that you comment the next type of video that you would like to see, and make sure to subscribe to the channel as always. Have a great rest of your day.